Do you ever sit down to film a video and end up filming the intro like 20 times? Because I just did that. Thank you for clicking on this video today. In this mess, this compilation of a video, I will be showing you the process of stretching my ears to a 14 gauge. I just want to start out by saying that I am not a professional, but I did a ton of research before I decided to stretch my ears, so I was very prepared. You shouldn't stretch your ears if you have no patience, if you're not willing to put the time in, and if you're not going to do your research, because the whole process of stretching up to the goal size that I want to be, which is a 00, should take no less than a year. Honestly, if you're being smart about it, it should take about a year. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the kit that I ordered on Amazon. I will probably link everything in the description box, so if you guys are interested in purchasing what I purchased for stretching my ears, then you could do that. This kit is from a brand called Body Stars that I got on Amazon. Here is what came inside of the bag. These are all individual bags with tapers and tunnels in them. So there you go. My goal size right now is a 00 gauge. If you guys can see that, this is what it looks like. So 10 millimeters is pretty small, but this is the size that you're supposed to stop at if you decide you don't like having your ears stretched, if you want your lobes to stretch back to a somewhat normal size. So I'm going to initially stretch up to a 00 gauge, and once I get there I will decide if I want to stretch any further. I decided to go with gold for the tunnels and tapers because I don't really see a lot of people use gold, and I love gold, and my favorite nostril ring is gold, so everything will match. I will show you guys what they look like in my ears. I already stretched my ears to a 14 gauge. I will insert a clip of the day that I initially stretched my ears. I will also be including some updates throughout the video because the process of getting both of my ears stretched to a 14 gauge was just a mess. But my ears are doing really good. This is the day after I stretched my right ear to a 14 gauge, and it's just a tiny bit red. And this is a week old, and it looks great, honestly. Like, my left earlobe is doing really good right now. So I will go ahead and shut my mouth so you guys can see me stretching my ears to a 14 gauge. Yay! the next day and I have some stuff to tell y'all. I was able to get the left tunnel in my ear, but no matter how hard I tried and how much I lubed my ear up with the stretching balm and everything, I cannot get the tunnel in my right ear. So I just have this little happy rainbow earring chilling in my ear right now. It's just a regular, probably 20 gauge earring, 18 or 20 gauge. I don't know what gauge most of the regular earrings that I have are. I don't know if my ears were pierced at an 18 or 20 gauge because I've had them since I was a kid. I don't even remember how old I was when I got my ears pierced, probably 4. So I've had my ears pierced for almost 20 years. That sounds like a really long time. I guess my left ear has better skin elasticity than my right ear. When I was stretching my ears, it didn't hurt. Honestly, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. So certain things that hurt other people or make other people squeamish don't affect me as much because I've had a lot of painful experiences in my life, including tattoos. I got a new tattoo the other day. I got this tattoo done the day before I decided to stretch my ears, so weirdly I would have a more painful experience beforehand so it wouldn't feel as bad. It mostly felt like pressure, and it felt like, well, it's what it sounds like. It literally feels like you're pushing something that doesn't fit correctly into the hole because you're literally stretching the skin of the piercing. So in the clip where I was stretching my ears, that my right ear looked really angry and red, and my ears turn red really fast anyway. I turn red really easily because my skin is really sensitive, so I don't think it had anything to do with the gauge being too big, because obviously it fit perfectly into my left ear, and my left ear is a little red. It's probably gonna be a little red and sensitive for a few weeks, and I was going into it expecting that, but I did not expect that I would not be able to get the tunnel through my right ear, because I was able to get the taper in. The taper went all the way through, but every time I would try to get the tunnel in, it would only go halfway into my ear. I am going to wait probably a week and then try to re-stretch this ear. I've heard that some people have to go at different speeds when they stretch their ears because one ear wants to stretch more than the other, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Honestly, I'm trying to take my time and be very patient and really smart about stretching my ears because I don't want to give myself an injury. I could have potentially injured myself yesterday if I had forced the tunnel in my ear too hard, so I just gave up after a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try this again in a week. Until that week passes, I'm going to be soaking my ear in warm salt water every single day and massage it with a little bit of stretching balm. That's what I did this morning. And I'm also going to be soaking this ear in salt water as well because I actually successfully got the tunnel into my ear, so I want to make sure that my ear stays clean and that is looked after. So I will probably insert a clip next of me stretching my right ear again in a week. The stretch that you guys saw was April the 23rd. So April the 23rd, 2021 is when I stretched my left earlobe to a 14 gauge, and then in a week, so on the 30th, I will be trying to stretch my right one again. And depending on how that goes, I might wait the same amount of time between stretching again. So I might wait 4 to 6 weeks after doing this one to stretch again to a 12 gauge. Hello, hello. Today is May the 1st, 2021, which is the day after I stretched my right ear to a 14 gauge, and I just want to say the entire process of finally getting this tunnel in my ear is just a story. It is a story. Okay, so anyway, like a good noodle for an entire week, I soaked my left ear in salt water as well as the right, even though I just had a regular earring in it. I diligently cleaned my ears twice a day with salt water and soaked them. And look how happy my left ear is. I'm so excited for this because I feel like because I did so much research and because I care so much about it, I've just been taking really good care of my earlobes. So I have faith that the rest of this stretching journey will go a little smoother. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what happened with this ear. So yesterday, I went to stretch this ear and the taper went all the way through my ear without any resistance. Like, it literally took a few seconds. So I was so excited about it, and I went ahead and lubed the tunnel up, and I was ready to stick that sucker in my ear, and it fell out of my hand, and I thought it fell down the sink drain. So I was just having a miniature freak out for a minute because I was stuck with a taper in my ear and no tunnel to follow it with. So I went on Amazon and I ordered a backup set of tunnels, and you can't really find like individual tunnels in the really small sizes. So I just ordered an entire set of them, and I ordered silver since the set that I ordered for stretching my ears is gold, so that I would have one set of each. But I had to put something in my ear because you are not supposed to leave tapers in there. Do not leave the tapers in your ears. I used to have my septum pierced, so I found one of my old septum rings, which was a 16 gauge, so that's like one size below a 14 gauge. So I went ahead and just put the septum ring in my ear begrudgingly and left it in there for a while, and I just tore apart the bathroom. I couldn't find the tunnel, so I was just convinced that it fell down the sink drain, so I was gonna have to wait a few days until my new tunnels got here. And then I just walk into the bathroom and it's laying in the middle of the floor, literally after I tore the entire bathroom apart. So I sanitized the living heck out of it, and I put it in my ear, and it went in perfectly on the first try. My ear was ready. My ear was ready for a 14 gauge. So everything went really smoothly and successfully, even though there was a few bumps in the road. And I feel like now, after completing this initial stretch, that I kind of have a better grasp on it, so the next time will be a lot easier. This stretching balm that I ordered on Amazon, I'll show you guys again. This, I have found, it's not slick enough for me to get the tunnels and tapers through my ear with minimal resistance. But this is really good for aftercare. I have found this is really excellent for just massaging the earlobe and just treating the area after the stretch. So that's what I'm going to be using this for. So I really do enjoy this product. I'm just not going to be using it for the actual stretch again. I actually used just some organic extra virgin olive oil. That was one of the only oils that I have that I really felt comfortable with using on my skin. So I just decided to do that, and it worked so freaking well when I redid my right ear. So it went so easily that that's what I'm going to do next time. So this has just been a very interesting experience, and I'm actually really excited for it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. You should definitely subscribe because this is where all the cool kids hang out. Oh my god, I'm such a loser. The next video that I will be posting of this little mini series that I will be creating about stretching my ears will be the stretch from a 14 gauge to a 12 gauge, which I will probably be waiting 4 weeks to do. Because this ear has done so well after just a week, I feel like waiting 4 weeks will be a good amount of time. If I feel like this ear is not ready, I'll wait 6 for this one, but I am super excited about it. I hope you guys will enjoy following this journey with me. Eventually, I might make a video about the entire aftercare process, like the sea salt soaks that I've been doing for my ears, and like just specific advice that I can give for taking care of stretched ears, because my ears are just at such a small gauge right now. I feel like people won't take that very seriously, so I will probably wait until I get to my goal size before I make a video about aftercare. I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!